this is BelGeode, and we are back with some more P3D that's prepared, version 4.3. And tonight, we are going to do the final leg of our Hawaii tour. So if you've been keeping up with the last two episodes, we took off originally from Dillingham Airport on the island of Oahu, and we flew from Oahu to Molokai and landed at Molokai Airport, and that was the end of leg number one. For leg number two, we took off from Molokai. We had a brief stop over by Lanai, where there wasn't much to see, but the airport did look rather beautiful. And then from Lanai, we crossed the channel to here, to Maui. So what we're going to be doing tonight here in Maui, we're going to take off and we're going to continue our flight to the east, and we are going to do basically a touch and go at Hana Airport on the eastern side of this island, and we're going to continue on till we get to the big island of Hawaii. Once we get to the big island of Hawaii, our last stop is going to be Hilo Airport, and that is where our tour will conclude for tonight. Okay, so we are once again in one of my all-time favorites, the Iris Simulations T-6A Texan 2, and I'm rocking my usual Navy livery, as Allie would call it, call sign Shark. And let me make sure that I've got everything set to go here. Okay, we still got plenty of gas, engine still looking good, altimeter should be set. GPS still says we're heading towards Maui, but that's okay, that'll fix itself once we take off. We are, however, going to need to contact the tower. Before I do that, I will remind you, however, that I cannot see the ATC menu inside of this thing, so I've got to kind of lift my head up a little bit here just to kind of see it. Alright, I believe we want to depart straight out. Maui ground, Navy 040 with Mike requesting departure.
040, taxi holding line for runway 2. Using taxiway Echo Alpha Charlie. Contact tower on 118S7 when ready.
Okay, I need to figure out what they said. Taxiing to runway 2 using Echo Alpha Charlie, Navy 040. Alright, that should be good enough for us. So we'll go ahead and leave our two bonanzas here with the textures that keep flashing in. That's interesting. Okay. Alright, we're going to get going. So, parking brakes off. And we'll get our flaps down to takeoff position. And we'll push off. I should get my cheat sheet up. There we go. Cheat sheet tells us where we need to go. Alright, let's give it a little bit of gas here. Now, as you can see, according to my clock in the cockpit, it is 17:44, so 5:44 in the evening. Since we are heading east and the sun is going west, by the time we get to the big island, it should be roughly around sunset. So I can't think of a better way to end this little mini-series here. Now, I will remind you what we are showing off here is the Hawaii Photoreal Scenery Project by Flight Sim Jewels. This project is completely free, however, they do have a donation option where you can donate to them and get what's called the Plus package, which does include some things that are not included in this regular package here. But what you get for this, pretty much all of the Hawaiian Islands, and in addition to which you get all the various airports beautifully handcrafted by George Keo, and you also get some extras. For example, you see that little Hawaiian Airlines over there. That is an AI package that comes with this whole scenery package. So yeah, it is definitely a lot of gigabytes that's going to be sitting on your hard drive there, but if you plan on doing a lot of flying around Hawaii, it is very much worth it for you to get. And like I said, the price is right. It is free. Okay, we're going to cross the runway here and see if we can make our way to runway 2, so I'm going to use the magic of editing here. And we'll be right back as soon as the wind will leave my plane alone. Sheesh. Oh man, that was an exercise in rudder control. Holy crap, the wind has really picked up here on this island, and it was just tossing us all over the place. That was nuts. I'm not gonna lie, folks, that was nuts. All right, let's put the parking brakes back on, and we'll get our landing lights on as well. There we go. We're pretty much set to go, so we'll call the tower, and we'll request takeoff clearance. Maui Tower, Navy 040 is at runway 2, requesting a departure.
040, clear for takeoff. Runway 2, straight out departure approved.
Straight out departure approved, runway 2, Navy 040. Okay. So we're checking for traffic as usual.
Hawaiian 536 cleared to land. Runway 2.
Oh boy. Okay, so something's coming in.
Runway 2. Hawaiian 536.
Alright, no time like the present. We gotta get the heck out of here. Just like before, we will go to the exterior view for our takeoff once we reach our rotate speed. We're gonna have to do this a little quick though, because I cannot see that aircraft that's coming in, but I know it's coming because we just heard it on the radio there. Alright, we are in position. We're not gonna go brakes down, but we are gonna go throttles up. And we're just about at rotate speed, so we'll go outside. Okay, we made it out of there, so we should be hearing from the tower any second now as we clear the airspace. In the meantime, we're going to start heading towards the direction that we're going to need to travel.
Navy 040, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Alright, good deal. And let's go with Maui approach. We're going to ask for a Class C airspace transition. Maui approach, Navy 040, is type Raytheon T-6, 2 miles northeast of Maui. Request transition through the Class C airspace.
Navy 040, Maui approach, squawk 2351.
Alright, our squawk is right there. Squawk 2351, Navy 040.
Navy 040, radar identified 3 miles northeast of Maui, 1,900, cleared through the Charlie airspace. Maintain home navigation.
Cleared through the Charlie airspace, Navy 040. Okay. So now that we are cleared, we're going to continue heading in this general direction here. And we'll take a look at beautiful Maui's countryside. Now, one of the things that you will notice in the last episode that I did, I had swapped out the trees. These are actually the trees that Flight Sim Jules wants you to use with their scenery. And they match perfectly. It looks so beautiful seeing the ortho photos here. You got your little mosaic of green, and then of course you've got the trees added to it. It is gorgeous. Definitely drop dead gorgeous. Wow. Alright, I am kind of concerned about my flight plan here because I don't think it's pointing me in the right direction. Yeah, it looks like it's pointing me directly to the big island, which is fine. We don't necessarily have to follow our flight plan. It just means that I can't really use the nav hold right now, otherwise it's going to have me go directly through this volcano. And that is not a good thing. That is not a good thing at all. Alright, but we're going to try and see if we can bring her up to about 4,000 feet. We're almost there right now. And I will see if I can get ourselves at least a little bit more stable. So I've got the autopilot on right now, and I've also got the altitude hold on right now.
Control at 119.3. Over to 119.31791. Thanks, bye-bye.
We should probably use our heading hold, so let me see if I can get that. Wow, this wind is crazy. I'm thinking we may just use the altitude hold for now and try to keep this thing on manual, because I really did not expect this much turbulence coming off of this island here. That's just nuts. But one thing I will do is I will go to the outside view to give you a better look at the northern side of Maui. Okay, it kind of feels like the turbulence may have died down just a little bit here. I'm going to check our altimeter. We're at 30.01. Yeah, it looks to be the same. Alright, so the airport that we're going to... Oh, hold on.
Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Frequency change approved.
1200 it is. Squawk 1200. Frequency change approved. Navy 040. Thank you for the help. Okay, so the airport that we're looking for is directly up ahead. This is where we're going to do our touch and go. So before I start contacting the tower, let's pay them a little visit. Autopilot is off. And we'll drop airspeed. What we'll do is a left-hand circuit over the water there, and then we'll come back in. So we're just going to hit the deck right now. We'll get down as low as we can, and then we'll swing out to the left. We'll bring it back around. We'll do a touch and go, and then we will be out of here. But I kind of wanted to show you Hana as an example of one of the cool little airports that Mr. George Keogh has done here in this scenery package. Now remember, you get all of this. Alright, so I do have our speed brakes out now, so we're going to go to the outside view and take a quick look as we fly by. Okay, so we'll slow it down, we'll come back around, and then we'll bring her down for a touch and go. I don't want to spend too much time there, but I do want to kind of give you a little bit of a glimpse. Part of the reason is because this little three-part series is in fact 3 parts, I feel like I'm giving away everything that this scenery has, and I really want for you to explore it yourself. Like I said, it's free of charge, so there's really no reason for you to not pick it up, hop into P3D or FSX as the case may be, and check it out yourself. Alright, let's get some flaps action going here. So flaps, take off flaps, that should be sufficient. And let's get our gear down. There we go. We'll go to the outside view to verify that they are down. Okay, so there is our runway. We're looking good on trim. And we'll keep bringing her around. Man, I really love those trees. Really can't say enough good things about those trees. I'm very glad I swapped them out. Alright, let's drop our airspeed.
001, you are 30 miles east. Turn left heading 240, climb 2,500. Expect vectors, visual, runway 5, approach. 2001, turn left heading 250, climb and maintain 2,500. 2001, turn left heading 260, climb 2,500.
Okay, I don't know what's going on with 2001 there, but we're going to try and ignore them as we do this touch and go.
Report runway in sight. 2001, turn right heading 270.
If you blink, you will miss it.
2001, you are 29 miles east. Turn left heading 240, climb and maintain 2,500.
There it is.
Visual, runway 5, approach.
Alright, let's get that airspeed back up.
Hawaiian 545 is climbing through altitude 2,000 for altitude 1,2000. Hawaiian 545
And we're up.
Departure, roger, altimeter 3000. Hawaiian 545.
I'm going to change our radio station here. There we go. Alright, we still have our gear out, so we should probably put that up. Here's how I'm going to do that. That is called the dirty roll, and it had to be done, folks. It just had to be done. Okay, so we're still headed towards the big island. As a matter of fact, you can see it way the heck out there. I am going to zoom out our GPS just a tad here, so that way I can see it and get a better idea of where exactly I need to head. Okay, there it is. Alright, so we've got a VOR over there called MUE. That is pretty much where we're going to be heading right now. And there we can see some more of the little Hawaiian villages and towns along the countryside. I do notice in some areas the water doesn't seem to be at the exact elevation. It does look a little bit odd. I'm sure that probably could have been done better, but as it is, it's a pretty darn good scenery, so I'm really not going to complain too much about it. It's just like nitpicky things that I could possibly say about it. Overall, a really stellar product. Alright, let's gain a little bit of altitude here, and we should probably call that tower and request flight following.
Honolulu, control Hawaiian 545.
Oh, now they decide to talk.
Climbing altitude 1,2000. Hawaiian 545, Honolulu control, roger, altimeter 3000. Hawaiian 545, contact Honolulu control on 119er decimal tree.
Any second now, guys.
119er decimal tree, Hawaiian 545, goodbye.
Honolulu control, Navy 040, type Raytheon T6, 7 miles southwest of Hana, request flight following.
040, Honolulu control, squawk 3033.
Squawk 3033, Navy 040.
Navy 040, radar contact 8 miles southeast of Hana 2,900, altimeter 3006.
Altimeter 3006, copy, Navy 040. Okay, so our altimeter is set, and I'm going to take us up a little bit higher than I normally would, so we're probably going to go up to about 4,000 or 5,000 feet. We don't have too much of a cloud cover here. There's a little bit of haze back on Maui. And if you look directly ahead, you can see the rather imposing volcanoes of the Big Island. That's good stuff right there. Alright, I'm going to take her up to about 5,000 feet because we are traveling to the east, and when you're traveling to the east, your altitude should be odd-numbered altitudes. West, of course, would be even-numbered altitudes. And it's going to take us a little while to get across this channel, so more than likely, once I get us a little bit more stable, I will use the magic of editing and cut this time short. So here we go. We are at 5,000 right now. I do want to see if I can get this heading bug taken care of here. So let me do that real quick. Okay, right there should be good. And we'll go ahead and turn on our heading hold. There we go. Okay, so we're at 5,000 feet. We are stable. We've got enough power going. We just need to turn on our TCAS again. And like I said, it will take us a while to cross this channel. So, through the magic of editing, I'm going to cut that time short as promised.
Contact Honolulu, control pipeline 19.3.
Alrighty folks, we made it across the channel, and I can see an airport down there that we are not going to be stopping at today. But welcome to the big island of Hawaii, for which the entire state is named. So, here's what we're going to do. In order to get to Hilo, we are going to need to basically skirt the entire north coast of the island. Bear in mind, what you're looking at on the GPS there is actually upside down. But if I zoom it in one more notch, you will see where my little white dot is pointing. There's a tiny blue dot there. That's actually where Hilo is. So we've pretty much got to skirt around here. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. And since we're about to overfly the coastline, I will turn off our heading hold and maintain manual control of our lateral position. So there we go again with those beautiful trees on the sides of the mountains and the cliffs. That's one of the things that I really, really love about Hawaii is its geography. You know, all of those chasms and everything were formed out of the volcanic rock, and of course the many earthquakes that usually accompany volcanic rocks. It just has like a certain charm, a certain character to it. Now, one thing you will notice, which is a bit of an anomaly with both FSX and P3D, you'll notice that the shapes tend to be flickering a little bit. This is not something negative about the scenery, because the scenery does have really good mesh. Instead, this is more a limitation that FSX and P3D has. It has a tendency of loading in the mesh closer and closer as you get to it. So you'll notice that the land kind of changes shape a little bit there. It is a little disconcerting from time to time, but honestly, I don't really notice it all that much.
Maintain 1,500 until established. Tower on 120.3, volume 214.
I want to say it doesn't happen that much in X-Plane, but I don't know if that's actually 100% correct. I just don't recall ever seeing it doing that. But be that as it may, I can still live with it. It doesn't really detract too much from the experience, at least not for me. So we're okay with that. Alright, so we should be closing in on that VOR, but I'm just going to go past that. You can see the VOR coming up for Hilo. That's pretty much going to be our destination. So right now I've got our GPS set to about 35 miles out. So as soon as that airport comes within range, we will contact Hilo Tower and get our clearance to land. In the meantime, let's check our altimeter. Holy crap, 3023, are you kidding me? Wow, that's a dramatic change in barometric pressure just in the last couple of minutes here. Alright, well, let's take a quick look outside before we get engulfed in that cloud bank here. Alright, I really don't want this to end up being an IFR flight, so I'm thinking now would be a good time to come off of the altitude hold and see if we can get below that cloud deck here. Alright, so altitude hold should be off. I do have full authority. Yep. And we'll do a little bit of shenanigans here. So we'll pull up, roll around, and bring her down below the clouds. Matter of fact, let's take it to the next level and kind of skirt this coastline here. You can see not all of these buildings here have 3D representations. I don't know if that's something that Flight Sim Jules is working on for the future. Would be nice if all of these buildings had that. But the other thing to remember is I do not have my autogen set to max, so that's part of the reason why those buildings are missing. All the same though, it doesn't look too bad. But man, look at this landscape. Wow. Now I do understand that there was some volcanic activity recently on this island. I don't know exactly where. I haven't been keeping up with my current events, so unfortunately I really couldn't tell you. I do want to wish all the best to any people affected by that volcanic event. I sincerely hope that everybody made it through okay. It's part of the curse that comes with living on an island as beautiful as this, is you do have to contend with that from time to time, and Mother Nature does like to remind you who's still in charge. But my heart goes out to everybody living here, and like I said, I hope that they all made it through safely. Alright, let's do some scenic flying from the outside.
Contact Geode approach on 119.7.
Say again, please.
Navy 040, contact Geode approach on 119.7.
I don't get that approach. I think they're saying Hilo there. Okay, over to 119.7. Thank you. Had to get right up close to my monitor there, so I apologize for that. Okay, 119.7. Hilo approach, Navy 040 with you.
Navy 040, Hilo approach, roger, altimeter 3020.
3020, got it. Okay, so back to our shenanigans here. As you can see, according to our GPS, we are pretty much in range, so we can actually get off of this channel and just contact Hilo Airport directly, Hilo Tower, and see if we can get clearance to come in. So let me do that one more time here. Open that up, we'll go to nearest airport list. And let's see, Hilo is, it would figure, number 6, which I do not have bound to anything. on my joystick. All right, there it is. Let's get the weather.
Hilo airport information. Hilo 0418 Zulu. Wind 060 at 10. Visibility greater than 20 miles. Sky conditions clear. Temperature 2.22. Altimeter 3007. Visual runway 8 in use. Landing and departing runway 8. VFR aircraft state direction of flight. All aircraft read back home short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have Kilo.
Okay, so we have Kilo. Hilo Tower, Navy 040 with Kilo to land.
Navy 040, Hilo Tower. Make left base runway 8. Altimeter 3015.
Make left base for runway 8, altimeter 3015, Navy 040. All right, so we are cleared to land. All we need to do is come around this bend here, and you can already start to see the city of Hilo off in the distance. So we're basically just going to follow the coastline here, and I should probably set my heading bug to about 080 real quick. Okay, that is almost 090. There we go, 080. That's what we're looking for. All right, so we'll keep that there. And let me see if I can see the airport off in the distance. I think I can. Well, we'll find out in a second. I'm sure they'll clear us to land by the time I actually confirm that there's an airport over there. Alright, but the weather is beautiful here on Hawaii, so this should be a pretty good landing. Probably a heck of a lot better than what we did in Maui with that takeoff. But yeah, we're just about wrapping up our tour of the Hawaii Photoreal Scenery, so I really do hope that you've enjoyed what I've shown you. I've deliberately not shown you everything there is to see because, like I said earlier, I want for you to go ahead and download this free package and fly the heck out of it. Check it out yourself. Enjoy it.
040, cleared to land, runway 8.
Really? Already? Okay. Cleared to land, runway 8, Navy 040. Alright, well, with that having been said, let me pull our speed back here. I want to say that's the airport right there. Yeah, I do believe that is it. Okay. Alright, so we'll get our speed brakes out. We'll go to the outside view. Okay, there we go. Landing gear should be coming down now. Yep, certainly is. We've got our AOA indexer, and we can see runway 8. It's the one that's moving off in that direction. So we'll start trimming her up a little bit here, so that way we can keep our yellow donut. Come on, baby, trim up. Trim up. There we go. Alright, right about there is 120 knots. We're going to try and keep that speed on our way in. We are a little bit high, so let me drop our power back a bit. There we go. Alrighty folks, strap yourselves in. We are coming in to land. And welcome to the beautiful city of Hilo. we made it. We are down. Alright, so our last task is going to be to come to a complete stop. We'll get off the runway here, find a good place to park, and we can call this episode and this mini-series done. It's not a bad-looking airport there, huh? Considering you're getting that for free, I would say that's a pretty good deal there. Huh. Alright, I'm not quite sure where exactly I want to park, so as soon as we get off, we'll contact the tower and figure all that out.
Navy 040, contact ground on 121.9er.
Sounds good to me. 121.9er for Navy 040. Alright. Hilo ground, Navy 040, request taxi to parking.
040, taxi to parking, using taxiway Echo Alpha Charlie.
Echo Alpha Charlie again? Seriously? Taxi to parking, using taxiway Echo Alpha Charlie, Navy 040. I need my cheat sheet. There it is. Okay, that tells me where we need to go. Perfect. Alright, let's get our landing lights off. Get our flaps up. And we're just going to roll over to that side. Provided my aircraft will turn. Come on, plane. There's a good aircraft. Great. Alright, so this is going to be a long taxi back to the stand there. So I'm going to take this opportunity to thank you all for watching. This has been BelGeode. I have been flying in Lockheed Martin's Prepared version 4.3, and of course I've been doing it in VR through use of the Oculus Rift. The scenery package that I've been showing in the last 3 episodes has been the Hawaii Photoreal Scenery Project by Flight Sim Jewels. It is completely free. However, I do highly recommend that you donate to the Hawaii Photo Scenery Project. And you will also get a package called the Plus Package that includes things that I have not shown you in this mini-series. The aircraft that we've been flying has been the Iris Simulations T-6A Texan 2. Happens to be one of my all-time favorites. It is also free, the link to which is going to be in a video description below. One of the best places to get it from is the site called Riku, which has like 2 Ks and 4 Os for some reason. I have no idea what their story is on that. I did make slight modifications to mine. Most notably, I swapped out the GPS. This is not what the real GPS looks like in this aircraft. But you know me, I can't leave my aircraft well enough alone. And aside from that, the only other things that I've used in this mini-series here is Active Sky for our clouds and our weather. I'm running historical weather. I set it to the date that I actually started recording this because I did have to record it in 3 parts. So it's still the same day and the weather is identical to what it was when I started recording. All kinds of good stuff. So in the future, as far as P3D goes, I do have some more stuff I want to show you, some more new and interesting stuff. And then of course we are also going to get back to the story of Bell and Allie, who from FSX have been trying to get to Portland, Oregon with that F-14 Tomcat. So that is our Tomcattery across the USA. That'll be coming back. The Vietnam era episodes that I was doing in FSX, I'm also planning on bringing back, but I really don't have that much more aircraft to show you. So it will probably end up being a mini-series of sorts to kind of get through the rest of aircraft that I have that I want to tell the story on. And then from there, we might do a little bit of World War II stuff, and we might do some other kinds of mini-series as well. But for now, that will just about do it for me. So once again, I thank you for watching. If you enjoy what you have seen, please feel free to give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. And I will be back at some point in time really soon with some more prepared goodness. Until then, I sincerely hope you all have an excellent night, and I will talk to you really soon. Ciao.